everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. When a team on a playoff spot in their back pocket, it can be easy to lose focus and ease up late in the regular season. But not losing momentum going into the playoffs is also important, so they just can't mail it in here. It's the Falcons going up against the Giants. So with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Gotton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. They run with a fifth-round man, Paul Perkins. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Finding time. He's going to launch this thing. Wait, got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 61 yards.
They went for the haymaker there, didn't they? A big shot towards the end zone, and he came up with the catch, but they were tackled short of the goal line. The defense escaped the big one there. Now they've got to try and hold him to a field goal attempt.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Paul Perkins, his 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll set up to throw. Going underneath, it's Coleman. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And the defense for New York.
C.J. Mosley's your prototypical Alabama linebacker. They'll come downhill and smack you, but they understand the game so well.
Back to throw now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Damon Harrison in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in. And that led to a big drop.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Sanu. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And here now come the Falcons. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Brooks Reed with a tackle. Now Manziel. Coleman has it here right side. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage if he has just a little bit of time. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Johnny Manziel taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled. And wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Try to shake off the interception. He'll nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown. Look at that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Manziel. And now this This is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catch it.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now out come the Giants. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Johnny Manziel with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. He told us he was going to hit the end zone a couple times in this game. I just don't know that he envisioned doing it in the first quarter.
He probably did. I'm not sure we did,
yeah.
right? Because all the great ones, that's what they do. They dream about it, right? They think about it. They envision it. They think it's going to happen and almost will themselves into it. I just look at what he's done so far and just wonder what's left to come. Let's sit back and enjoy this one.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and now it's second down. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. So the pass complete, but he took a shot there. Great concentration.
And what the defense is hoping for, Brandon, is that they can accumulate those types of shots all game long. So hopefully his concentration won't stay at that same level.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Back to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go. 1, 9.
They'll set up to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. It's their quarterback. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for the Giants. 63 yards.
They took a shot downfield towards the end zone, and he came up with a big-time catch, but he was tackled a little bit short of the goal line. Now the defensive guys, they got to pick their heads up and try and hold them to a field goal attempt.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. They come out here in the eye. Now Manziel going to sneak it. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Johnny Manziel on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. Manziel going to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the...
Morris fighting. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Damon Harrison in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And New York set to take the field. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Ian Williams with a tackle. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
He finds Coleman. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
They were full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Ian Williams in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Manziel. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Brief break in the action here. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. Maybe an anxious moment or two when the ball was on its way, but he does find a way to curl it in.
Oh, yeah. That one definitely hugged the left upright, but he got it to go.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, look at the juke. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's Manziel. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Manziel. And now with that completion, he's touchdown, Giants.
When the coach talked about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion, he said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead is now an even 30. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And finding the tight end Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. This is taken about 7 yards deep. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This is Coleman. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along. 3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to bring him down. And that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Here we go now. Green.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half. All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job.
Now he's hit and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Well, the offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3. But this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain...
And this is caught at the 20. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Caught left side, Williams. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And they're going to speed things up here. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now, check.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Johnny Manziel taking it in. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. And New York set to take the field. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Paul Perkins, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
So many times during the course of a game, Brandon, the special teams actually helps out their offense. Not in this case. They did them 0 favors with that return.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, this O-line, they've had trouble with a pass rush all game long. This time it cost them 2 points.
I mean, you've got a quarterback back there who's running for his life, and he's had no time to throw the football. They've sacked him time and again, and this time they do it in the end zone.
You said it, partner. No time, none whatsoever. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Manziel. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Ian Williams in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 62 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and
he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Perkins with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Come on, let's go.
They'll come out throwing here. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Manziel. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
Watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Hey, 4 down. Here we go.
Here's Manziel. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Looking to throw. He's got time. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Back to throw again. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And New York set to take the field. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
They'll let the shorter back Perkins run it, and he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Paul Perkins with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Special teams coaches spent a lot of time scheming things up, but this was just a bad return. Now the offense has a long way to go to try to put points on the board.
And tough starting field position here. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
He's going to keep it again. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. 3rd down now following the run.
Come on, let's go!
And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. He'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Tight right, tight right. Set. Green 39. Green 39. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Over. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and he is in. Touchdown, New York. Paul Perkins with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Giants have got it on cruise control. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys.
And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Morris fighting. He lost the football. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They come out here in the eye. And And they'll toss it out to Perkins. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Set up to throw. Escaping, feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Deion Jones in there to drop him for a loss on the play. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So they recover the fumble but could not take advantage of the short field. They do get 3.
And no one ever turns down 3 points going up on the board, but the offense will go to the sidelines wondering what if, while the defense on the other side, they'll celebrate holding them to just a field goal after giving up such bad field position.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Manziel, he's going to take another shot here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. Back to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Now a battle for the football, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. Devontae Parker high in the air to bring it in. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Come on, let's go. Ryan 38. Right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT. Out left side here to Bryant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Flex round. Flex round. Here we go. What? None. What? None. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line.
Here we go.
to throw now on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Got it left. Hey. Four down. Here we go. What? 90. What?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to get him. And that's sack number 18 for him on the year.
Let's go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And it is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. And New York set to take the field. Now Manziel, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And some room to work. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Manziel. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ian Williams in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Manziel, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Showtime, partner. What a great one-handed catch. How much of that was him? How much of that were the gloves?
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
How many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here we go.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jason Pierre-Paul in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Out of the gun now on third down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch him out a little bit.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jonathan Hankins forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Now out come the Giants. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Offense working with a second and goal. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
He missed it again. The fourth time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jason Pierre-Paul in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's fourth down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams and the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, Part. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar.
And got his man complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, his sixth touchdown of the season. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. Come on, let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. They'll come up with split backs in the backfield.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jason Pierre-Paul in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. But Charles, it's one thing to win.
Good job, baby. Good job. Good stop, D. Good stop.